Hi guys, it's Adam here, and today the lag should be a little bit better. I've had a bit of a mess around with the settings and stuff, and I've sort of got it a little bit better, but I'm really not a techie or anything like that, so I'm not too sure how to do it. This open broadcaster software, it's sort of the language that they're using on the settings and stuff is way beyond me. I don't know. It says all this audio noise gate and all this sort of stuff, and I do not have a clue with all that. So I've tried to sort of fathom out what's what and put it into terms that I understand, and I think I managed to sort something out because it seems a little bit better. I think the audio may be slightly out of sync, but yeah, it's the best I think I'm going to get it for a while anyway. So today we've got a sales update, eBay this time, not FBA, and I've got quite a few bits to get through. I'm going to probably try and keep this fairly short, so I'm not going to go into massive detail in each product, but a few of them are just run-of-the-mill stuff, really. A lot of them, I've separated the interesting ones and the higher value items into the tabs, and then we'll just run through them, rather than going through all the sales, because I've had a lot of just run-of-the-mill Lego items going out the door for sort of $4.99, $5.99, a lot of Lego minifigures for lower value, and it's just not worth your time or my time going through all those sales that are very general and just not really worth it. So yeah, oh, and just before we continue, I have got this new hat, Stetson. I thought I'd treat myself, so I looked on eBay, and I like buying used hats. I don't like buying new hats. That is probably a weird philosophy to a lot of people, but I find that when I look on eBay for used hats, they're, for one, made better because they're a higher, a better brand or something. And for two, I like a bit of character in my hat. I like a bit of history. So yeah, I sort of like, for example, if you had a metal object or something and it had patina on, people like the patina because it's got a bit of history. The same with the hat. If it's if it's a little bit messed up or a bit dusty or whatever, I quite like that look. So yeah, I always buy used off eBay, not new. And when you type in hats or whatever on eBay, you get all these new ones that are mass produced, and they're okay quality, but they're not great. I think I've bought new hats off eBay a few times, but very rarely. I'll try and limit it. Anyway, so that is my new not Trilby, Stetson, and it is black and it's got some beading on it here, which is quite cool. So yeah, it only just fits. It's a very tight fit, but I think if I have my hair cut, it should fit a little bit better. I've got quite long hair at the moment. So anyway, here I am rambling again. Let's get on with the sales. So just after my previous eBay sales update, literally an hour after recording, this thing went, and I was really annoyed because I thought, oh, I could have included that. Now I could have added it on to the end, and to be honest, I didn't even think of that at the time. But yeah, I thought I'd just include it in this one. So yeah, this sold, definitely a bolo. It went fairly quickly, and I actually upped the price from the sold price. So the previous sold price was $34.99, and I think it was free P&P as well. So I put it up to $39.99 with P&P. So the next person who puts it on may put it on for 45 plus P&P, because this still went pretty quick. So I think I still could have got a little bit more for this. I'm happy with what I got. Don't get me wrong. I really am happy with what I got. But I think if ever I got it again, I'd probably just put it up a little bit higher, and just wait for that to go. It did go within about 2 or 3 weeks. So I didn't have to wait for it, and it cost me $3.99. So yeah, good sale there. And what it actually is, because I've not actually said that, it's a PG Tips monkey backpack, and it's a limited edition thing. I don't think they actually made a massive quantity of them like we did the monkeys. I think there was a fair few of them made, but I don't think there was as many as the smaller monkeys and stuff. So it is a bit rarer, and people seem to like that. Just the Lego minifigure. I thought I'd just include this one because to me that looks like a pretty cool minifigure. It's got this hand-printed armor. It's got the sword and everything, and this is a Lord of the Rings figure. And it just sort of shows what sort of you can command for sort of figures like this. You can sort of command anywhere from £5 to sort of 20 quid. And a lot of figures are like that now, especially if they've got good printing and they're from a licensed theme. If you've got, you know, rare figures from collectible minifig series or something like that, or from certain sets, you can command crazy money for them. So definitely worth going through your minifigures, and if they look a bit unique or different, give them individual research. If they've just got a general face and they're just obviously a city worker or something, you can do 10 for a tenner. But yeah, if they're a bit unique like this one was, definitely do your research. It pays off. Been selling a lot of ink recently. As soon as I pick it up, I list it and it goes straight away. I don't know whether I'm underpricing it, but £12.99 seems fair enough to me. I pay about £2 per ink, £1.50 to £2. There's a charity shop I go in, and almost every time I go in, they have a little box and they've got another pack or another couple of packs of ink. And as I say, pick them up for between £1.50 and £2 from this shop, and they go straight away at £12.99. I might put the price up to maybe £13.99 or £14.99, but I don't think. I'd rather just have the quick sale with the ink and just have that turning over for me. But I don't think I've underpriced it vastly. So that was that. Oh, where are we now? There we go. I bought this from a charity shop. I don't know what I paid for it. Don't know whether it was £1 or something like that. I honestly can't remember. It was in acceptable condition. The disc wasn't that great. Sold it as untested, and sold it as untested, and I got, what's that, £8, well, £8.20 basically. The only reason I've included this, I'm a bit sort of, I was just wondering why I've included this in the sales update, but the reason I included this is because this was one of the first things I actually was unsure about on the PS2, and thought whether, you know, is it valuable, is it not valuable, and I picked it up, and it turns out, you know, there's a bit of money in it. And as you know, I'm still not great with media, and I just wanted to include this just to sort of show you that I am trying to break into that media a bit more, and I'm starting to pick up media a lot more. But yeah, it is an unfamiliar territory for me, and you may think that's a little bit odd because I'm only 20. So I mean, you would imagine that I've been playing PlayStations and everything all my life, but I didn't get a PlayStation until I was about 15. And when I did, I played it for about a year, and then I sold it. And I went through a heavy stage of enjoying it, but then that was it. And I used to only play COD. That was literally it. So yeah, I wasn't, you know, too into the whole media. Again, a bit more media, something I'm a lot more comfortable with now. And this is picking up the Sims stuff. Sell these quite regularly for 20 to 20 sort of £3 with the base game, and then, you know, 6, 7, maybe 8 expansions. So yeah, that was that. Just a run-of-the-mill sale, really. Monopoly Derbyshire Edition. This sat for a long time. You can probably tell because I've got 3 P&P, and I've not done 3 P&P in, I don't know, a couple of months now, so it's been sat for a while. And you can tell because it's my old background. But I think this still is in the other room, so it's definitely not when I was in here. So yeah, it's probably been on for a couple of months, 3 months maybe, and paid £2 for that, got 28. So as we all know now, these editions are worth looking out for, the limited editions, the sort of the geographical editions, is what I call them. 2 of these sold for, I think it's about 20 odd quid, that'll be, won't it? £8 plus 120. Yeah, about 20 odd quid. So 2 of them sold to the same guy, so that was a nice sale. And it was 1 postage charge as well, so that was good. Harry Potter Diagon Alley board game, again, another thing that's sat for months. Yeah, 22, no, actually, I accepted an offer, but it's not showing up. I accepted 19 because it sat for months. But I was happy with that. I paid £2.99 in a charity shop. These were funny, actually. I included these for a specific reason, and that is because at Christmas I ordered products for, you know, presents, should I say, for my family and my friends off Amazon using Amazon Prime, and these came in the order, and I thought, oh, they've messed it up. Right, I'll chuck them to one side, and you never know, they might not contact me, or Amazon might say, you know, well, they might contact me and say, have you got these or whatever, but I just put them to one side. And then a few weeks had gone by, and I thought, right, I'll put them in my stock cupboard, and I might sell them in the future on eBay, because I can't sell them on Amazon. So it's been about 3 months, and I'd forgotten they were even in there. And I pulled them out, and I thought, oh, Amazon didn't contact me about them or anything, so I'm going to sell them. So I looked on eBay, and I was astounded with what these pens were going for. I thought, oh, these will just get me a £5 or something, or maybe a tenner. And on eBay, they're going for like 30 or 40 quid. On Amazon, they were going for 40. I think on eBay, they were going for more like 30, 35. But the funny thing was, all the photos on all the listings were stock photos. They weren't actually, you know, an individual's photo. And when I say a stock photo, if you are new to reselling, you might not have seen this, but on eBay, you can have like stock photos, which is just a generic photo from, I think it's from manufacturer or, you know, retailer or something. It's just a generic photo of the product on a white background, basically. So yeah, all of these were stock photos, and I thought, ooh, I'm gonna do, obviously I'm gonna do a photo of my own, and I think that'll intrigue people to buy it better, you know, help the sort of the buyer's confidence. That's the word. Help the buyer's confidence to actually buy the product. Because I'm not confident buying products with just stock photos. I like to see the actual product. But I thought I'll put it on low, I'll get a quick sale, or get, you know, it'll take a week or 2 to go, and I'll be happy with that. So I put it on, $19.99, $2.99 shipping. I think it went within about 2 days, so I was happy with that. Cost me nothing, so, you know, pure profit on that, and it was Amazon's mistake, clearly. So yeah, I was happy about that. Oh, what have we done here now? There we go. Now this is a shocking photo, and if I knew that photo had turned out like that, I would not have listed it like this. But I for some reason, I did not see that photo in that, you know, I didn't actually see it. For some reason, I don't know, when I was uploading it, I mustn't have been able to see the blur on it. But yeah, so this was a Game Boy. I was umming and ahhing whether to send this into Amazon, and I forgot what the price was on Amazon now, but I don't know, there's something inside of me that isn't confident about sending things like electronics and stuff into Amazon. I don't know why. I think part of it is the packaging up process. I'm not too confident with what I do with the prep, and maybe I need to do a bit more research into that, and then in the future I can send things in like this. But I just decided to start on eBay with this Spider-Man game I picked up for a couple of quid. And yeah, I got 26 for it. I picked up the Game Boy for a £5, this game for 2, so 7 quid in it, which is probably a bit much really, but I managed to get 26 out of it, so I was happy with that. These were nice. All 3 of these sold. Do you remember on a haul video, I don't know, 4 weeks ago now, a lady kept 2 of these, said she had 2 of these, and then she said, I have another 2. So I did my research, and then I went back to the charity shop to collect the other 2. Put them all on. The reason there's only 3 on this listing is because one of these didn't have the seal, so I had to sell it on another listing. But 2 of these went to the same person. I think I made about 9 or 10 quid a time on these. 2 of these went to the same person, so 1 postage cost, and that came to £31 for the 2 of them. And as I say, it was only 1 postage cost, so it was really good. And they went really quick, so I probably made about, on all 4, probably made about 35 to 40 quid net profit, so I'm really happy with that. These are something my granddad picked up. He does garage, I think I mentioned this before, he does garage clearances and warehouse clearances and stuff, and like house clearances and stuff like that, just sort of amateurly. He doesn't actually do it, you know, in any great scale or anything, but yeah, he picked up this in a house clearance or garage clearance or whatever he does, and he said, this is an interesting item, do you want to try it on eBay? So I thought, oh, look at, yeah, I'll have a look, I'll see. Antiques are a bit of an odd subject for me because they are within my comfort zone in some respects, but they're not in my comfort zone to sell on eBay. So I'm quite comfortable talking about antiques and looking at them and appreciating them and stuff like that, but I'm so far in my reselling career, I'm not comfortable or not too comfortable about selling them. Obviously I hope to change that in the future, and I do want to sell a few more antiques and stuff, and if I do decide to go down that route, I'll definitely go to the auctions and hit that up. And because of working at an auction house, you know, I know the whole process. I'm quite comfortable with that process of going to an auction and bidding and stuff, and I've bid on a lot of items at auction before, so that's quite within my comfort zone. But anyway, I'm rambling. Decided to put this on for 20 plus postage, and it went within a couple of weeks. I was satisfied with the turnaround time. It cost me nothing, of course, because I got it from my granddad. And the way, obviously, there was none of these exact model or anything on eBay because it's quite a unique item. Or at least I couldn't find one with the keywords I'm typing in. And I found very ornate ones going for sort of 50 quid. So I thought, well, it's not that ornate, this thing, but I could at least get 20 quid for it. So I just, you know, put it on for that. I may have undersold it a little bit, but it didn't go mega quick, so I don't think I undersold it too much. So yeah, I just wanted to show that because it's an interesting item to me personally, and I'm sure it is for a lot of other people watching. And it's made out of wood, brass, and then these glass domes, for glass circles or whatever they're called, for putting the actual weights on. So yeah, pretty cool. At first I thought, when he showed it me, I thought these little weights were coins, because my granddad knows I'm into amateur coin collecting, so I thought these were coins, but they're actually not. Now this was really nice sale. I actually picked this up in a charity shop, and the woman threw it in the bin, and then the guy got it. There's a woman who works there and a man who works there. The woman chucked it in the bin, and then the man got it out because he knows me and he knew I'd want this. So he got it out of the bin, and he said, it's not complete, it's battered up, it's broken, take it for there was 2 of these. There was this one and a barrel loader, and he said take the 2 for £1.99. And as you can see here, it's been tape repaired. It's, you know, I think he was the one to tape repair it because the tape looked pretty fresh. But yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it looks like he's tape repaired it because just to keep it all together, I think. So I just left that tape on, and it's battered up, it's bruised. Set it up nice in this little style because, as we all know, photos sell your item, and I am a massive believer in that. So yeah, I don't think it was quite complete, but the house on its own with this track, I think on eBay it sold for like £19.99. So I thought, right, I'm putting it on 25 plus postage, 30 quid. we'll see what I get. I mean, the house that had sold for $19.99 with the track was in excellent condition. Mine is not, but of course I've got a few more items with it, so I thought I'll put it on for a bit higher. So I'll put it on for a bit higher. It sold within minutes, probably about 30 minutes, something like that. And I was so peed off. I'm not going to say the other P word, but I was so peed off. Because I thought, I've undersold this. I probably could have got 40 or 50 quid for it. It's by a brand, it's by a company who were trading as this Triang, Rovex Triang, but their company name was something like Lion Brothers Limited. And they were broken up, the company was broken up, and all the assets were, divided up or whatever in the 70s. And this was done in 68, 69, so it was one of the last things they did as their company. And everyone knows I love vintage board games, and I was all over researching this. I had a whale of a time setting it up like this. That's why I set it up like that, because I absolutely really enjoyed it. And the box, it screams vintage, it screams quality. I was all over it. Yeah, and of course it was 1968, so Ken, if you're watching, it doesn't have a barcode, so there we go. Yeah, so 1968, well, I say it's 68, but there was a note in it that said, we purchased this item in 1969. So it's definitely 1969, but I'm thinking it was probably released the year before, so 68. But I can't be sure. But it definitely earlier, 69 or earlier. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling now, but I just wanted to, you can just see the passion coming out for this item. I absolutely loved it, and I'll definitely be looking out for this Triang brand in future. Definitely look out for that yourself. Now, I don't know whether all the items from that brand are going to be worth something. I imagine not, but some of these vintage pieces, especially relating to this big train thing, this theme, big train, and it is worth noting they did do a lot of train stuff, but I definitely look out for that brand. I imagine a lot of the stuff that they made is now a bolo, so yeah, that's that. Really nice sale. Hotel finally went. You will have seen me pick this up probably before Christmas now. It was way before we did the other room, kitted it all out how it is now. So probably before Christmas this, or around Christmas time, maybe Jan, I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't complete. I had it on $29.95 for ages. I would have put it higher if it was complete, but of course it wasn't. So I put it on $30. Had interest for ages, months, but no one was biting. And then someone just purchased it just out of the blue, so I was happy with that. Yeah, I tried to get a good enough photo when I did it, but it's a fairly big item. And as you can see, I couldn't crop it very well, so you've still got these little bits off the actual photo area. But yeah, really nice item, really nice vintage board game. Definitely pick it up if you see it. And then here's a bit of a bolo. I did put this in my Facebook group months ago. Paid £1 for this. And it's a vintage Peter Pan Playthings, and as you can see, there is the logo, and that is the logo for, I think it is the late 70s and 80s, that one. I don't know, I don't think I actually put the date on here, but yeah, I think that's like the late 70s or 80s. Actually, he's got like a mullet, hasn't he? So probably like, what, late 70s, 80s, sort of around that time. But anyway, yeah, Peter Pan Playthings, really cool game. It just looked awesome for a cricket lover. Had a whale of a time checking it, as I said previous for the other game. I love these finds. I absolutely love them. And yeah, I got $34.99 plus $5.99 shipping, which I'm amazed about. Really happy with that. I think I did have best offer on it, but they just bought it outright. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, so not much else to say about that, but just another great vintage board game find, really. And then another little find, not as good, but quick turnaround on this. I screwed up with the postage on this. I put $2.99 because I didn't measure it, and the people who are new to reselling, who mess up the postage, don't worry about it, because everybody does it from time to time. For me personally, I've not done it in ages, and to be honest, I shouldn't now, because I should know my postage much better. But everyone makes mistakes, so if you are new to reselling, don't get discouraged by the fact you posted something off and it's cost you a few quid more. It's gonna happen in the early stages. I mean, you can prevent it by being completely spot on with your postage, and that's what I'm like now. I am spot on, but with this one just slipped through the net. I didn't measure it foolishly, and yeah, I think this went through Hermes, so I didn't do the $4.89 Royal Mail medium parcel. I think I got it for like the $3.85 Hermes, but I'm not sure now. But it was a couple of days ago, that sale, and picked it up for £2. So yeah, there's a bit more postage to come off that, so probably made, I don't know, probably roughly 11 quid, 12 quid, so it's still quite a nice profit. Bit of a weird game, to be honest. I don't know what you do with it, and it isn't complete. So if this was complete, I would have charged a bit more, but unfortunately it wasn't, but it still went pretty quick, so yeah, happy about that. And finally, there we go, a PlayStation 2. This is the console and the wires only. What I did was I bought the PS2 for 10 quid out of the charity shop. It had in there a memory card, a sealed demo disc, the PS2 console, the wires, and then a Gamester PS2 remote thing that's an extra, basically. Put the PS2 and this console on for 26, so that cleared my profit. And then I had the two remotes, the two controllers on for a tenner each, so then they're just making me more profit. The memory card, I don't know, I think I had it on for like 3 or 4 quid. The Gamester remote I have on for 6, and the demo disc, because it's sealed, I have that on for 7. So plenty of profit in that. I don't know whether there's more profit in keeping it all together, but I think breaking the consoles up is one of the ways that a lot of people do it, so I just did that. And as I say, I'm not greatly confident with media at the moment, but I am definitely, with each sale of media, I definitely get much more confident. So really happy with that sale, and that went through Hermes for, it must have been for the $5.99, that one, or is it $5.98? I don't know, I can't remember. I don't know, but yeah, it would be around that, because it's over the 2 kilos, so it was in the 2 to 5 kilos range. So yeah, that's that. And it was tested at the charity shop, and I did put the previous owners had tested it, but I did test it again, just to make sure, because I'm not going off other people's word. I have, even if it's got this sticker on, I wanted to test it myself. And I think that's a good thing to live by if you're a reseller. Test everything, check everything, do it all yourself. Do not put anything down to chance. But yeah, that'll do it for this video, guys. We're probably on 20 minutes. Oh my god, we're 28 minutes. Right, okay guys, I will see you very soon. I'm very, very sorry that took so long. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me. And if you did, I hope you enjoyed those sales. I hope you got a few bolos out of that as well. I know I do like to sell things that maybe people haven't seen before and stuff, especially on the vintage board game side, so that people get a bit more knowledgeable with that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down whether you liked it or not. Subscribe if you haven't already, obviously. And if you have never done it before, please give it a share. I think the share buttons are below as well, so that'll really help me out. So see you soon, guys. And yeah, I will see you weekend probably for, no, sorry, it's Thursday today, so this is going to be uploaded weekend, so I'll see you on my haul on sort of Tuesday time. Yeah, bank holiday weekend this weekend. I will be going to car boots, maybe one, maybe two, I don't know. Charity shops as well, online sourcing hopefully. So plenty to look forward to in the future on this channel. And I will leave it there. See you soon, guys.